Donkey Jaw Projects!
What's up, y'all? This is Marshall Lee of DonkeyJawProjects.com, and today I'm bringing you another video from the car, from the truck, and just had some thoughts, wanted to share it. Hopefully I make this one a quick one. I'll try to get it done before I hit the highway. So today's episode is the big buffer, and what that is well, first of all, the title. I've been feeling really nostalgic about the old art and story days lately, and just a bunch of different little things have come up that remind me of it, and I went and tried to find like the old archives and stuff, which is they're still around. You can find them, the podcasts and stuff, and it reminded me, I forgot that all the titles of the podcast started with the big and then whatever the topic was, which is kind of cool. And I kind of forgot about that. So anyways, today I wanted to talk about just kind of building a buffer for, different social media stuff and just creative work you're doing. And I guess it mostly relates to publishing stuff, really. It doesn't necessarily have to be social media. It can be just kind of publishing anything, like books and stuff. Like one thing that I'm learning from the writing community is those people who write prose, like novels and stuff, they can actually make a pretty good living if they have like enough books out and they're doing like a series. There's kind of a pretty good way to make a living if you're like a decent writer, and you put your stuff out on Amazon, Kindle, and all that stuff. If you do a series of novels, you can basically, every time you promote a new book, like people will go back and check out the back, they'll want to start from the beginning and buy the other books. So it's kind of like a little bit of a cool like marketing technique, I guess. And so even just in publishing, but it can be helpful. And people do say, like, there are things where people say, like, nobody really reads your book or listens to you until you've got like 3 or more books out or whatever. That's another kind of common wisdom that may or may not be true. I mean, obviously things are different in different scenarios and whatnot, but also with social media, me doing videos and things like that, I have tried to build a buffer a few different times, and every time I've done it, I've been much happier for it. It's so much more helpful, and I don't always discipline myself to do that, but every time I do it, I remember, like, man, I need to like do this all the time, because it makes it so much easier, even if it's a little bit. Like recently I've been putting out the Stranger Things fan art videos, and I've been doing one a week, and I'm trying to do one, YouTube video, like real deal YouTube video a week. Like these art sound offs don't necessarily count. I mean, they are cool and everything, but I'm trying to do, like, tomorrow, I've been doing them on Wednesday, and tomorrow I'll be doing the last of my series so far on Stranger Things fan art. And that I'm going to count that as my art sound off, actually. So you'll be hearing about that. And I mean, it makes sense, because I'll be talking about the same, whoops, you guys lost me there for a minute. I'll be talking about the same type of things that I normally do, but just with some art in the background. So really, in my opinion, it can count as an art sound off. So anyways, so where was I going with that? Oh, so I did the for the Stranger Things, all I did was the underdrawing, for that, and so it was ready for inks. And I did, 3 of them in a row, like in one day. And then, each week it was so much easier because I didn't have to think of what do I need to draw for my video this week. All I had to do was ink it in video that and then color it. And I ran into other problems, with coloring and whatnot. You'll see in tomorrow's video. Actually, it's going to be kind of a fun one, I hope. And then I just got to put the video together and do the voiceover and whatnot. It takes some time, but at least knowing what I'm doing, it kind of makes it a lot easier, than trying to decide every week, like, what am I going to do for a video this week? There's a lot that takes. So since you kind of have a plan, it helps. I'd love to have a buffer to where, like, the videos are already made and stuff, and I got like a month's worth or a couple months worth of videos all set and ready and even uploaded to YouTube just privately or whatever. And sometimes I do stuff like that, but it's hard to get there, But thinking about that, like I said, in actually starting Thursday, I will be in a situation where my whole schedule is different, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the art, sound offs out every day like I want to every weekday. But I'm going to see if I can. I'm hoping to find some time before then to set up a buffer and just run through some of the prompts and see how far I can get with that. And if I have the time to do it, I know I can get through a lot of them. So I might buffer some of these up, and then I don't know. That'll be like really cool. And then I can still take the time each day to kind of upload them. But actually making the video sometimes is hard to do. It's funny, you're only seeing like the top of my head. Sorry, it's what I got to do. Try to get these thoughts out when they come and all that. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of all I have to say about that. It's just a cool idea to work on a buffer and whether even if you're doing like a webcomic or whatever kind of publishing, like, that way you can spend the proper time that it deserves to promote the thing. And somebody said that you got to think of your project, like your creative project, as separate from the actual like marketing and selling and getting things formatted, like the business side of things. That's a whole nother project. So you got to kind of give it the time it deserves, or else it might kind of come out half-baked. And I know from experience that the stuff that I put a little more time into always gets more views and reception, and people are into it more. So yeah, I don't know. That's about it, guys. Thank you for watching this art sound off day, what is it, 6? I think it is. I think it's day 6 or 7. I don't know. Sorry, guys, but thank you for watching. Please, thank you for subscribing, commenting, all that fun stuff if you wish, if you like this type of video. And I will talk to you tomorrow on Art Sound Off. Peace out.